writers come out of a class called Stage and Screenwriting, which is kind of a very unique. Neil Weiss, who is over in the corner over there. I'm going to bring him out now. In charge of the screenwriting class. I'm going to turn it over to him in a minute here so that he can explain how the process works. But it's a stage theatrical reading of their words and a Q&A and give your different screenplays written by Jade Yankowski. Jade, would you please stand up? Some wonderful work.
Neil Weiss, welcome again for joining us this afternoon. These, as Sherry said, these pieces are about the American stage. So we always get a real cross-section of quality, fun, powerful voices coming out, and Sherry has been kind enough to create this event where we choose 4 or 5 of them every year to present to an audience. This is performed, and also to hear your response to the stories that they've had locked up in their heads for a little while. What's even more, or ask them questions about their process, and they'll open up and share with you. All of this helps them get a better grip on where their story's going, and we flips into Act 2, which usually is a moment of crises for the main character. Something open-ended happens that throws them into Act 2. On a very simple level, if you think of Wizard of Oz, the plot point taking us from Act 1 into Act 2 is when Dorothy lands in Oz to launch our characters into their conflict for the rest of the movie. Finally, out of this class has come 2 different projects that went from a group of scenes to a full-length play to a produced play that also got recognition nationally from the Kennedy Center through the American College, based on her family's experience surviving the overthrow of the Chilean Revolution with Pinochet. And the second, which was 2 years ago, are the very beginning of something that could possibly blossom into, or it could be a funny, offbeat indie film that shows up at Sundance and on the Sundance Channel. You just never know. But what's important is that you all are here to share in this experience. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, and I hope you enjoy the show.
All of his clothes and runs down the pathway to the front of the house. A speeding car brakes in front of the house, and Grant rushes into the back seat. The car drives off. Interior, Denny's car, continued. Denny, no older than 20, is at the wheel, driving Grant and himself away from the house. Denny is averagely attractive, not nearly as trim as Grant. Grant lays across the back seat, still shirtless.
Thanks. Yeah, no, whatever.
Comic book store, day. Outside of the comic book store, Grant's voice comes in off screen.
Think about it, dude.
I'm not sure I follow you here.
No way
Interior.
Green Lantern has to buy condoms. He can just will one onto himself with the power of the ring.
It's not like he's strapped for cash or anything. Why not just buy them?
You're missing
I get that. All I'm saying is, why go through the extra trouble? I'm sure Green Lantern, of all people, entrusts in the reliability of today's modern...
Can it beat the reliability of the power bestowed on him by the Guardians of Oa?
Then he's just using extra effort to focus on maintaining the pseudo-prophylactic.
Ah, but therein lies the advantage. The more he focuses on that, the less likely it will be that he finds it. Now, Spider-Man could probably make a condom out of his webbing and...
Fuck!
Exactly!
No, look!
Grant looks at Denny and then follows Denny, just barely out of what Denny would consider his league. Snyder, 18, is a tall, lanky boy with a sullen.
Hey, Denny!
Denny ignores Snyder, who seems oblivious to Denny's passive attitude. Bethany looks over some books on a spinner rack nearby, while Snyder still stands before the boys, expecting some sort of conversation.
So, How's it going, Snyder?
Not bad. Not bad at all. I am picking up anything. Not really into these funny books, you know.
Then why the hell are you here, Schneider?
Just bringing in the babe. She is picking up whatever she wants.
Oh, she's getting the new issue of Superman? Oh, she is going to be disappointed.
Shut up.
Oh, see, he's got too many power. I tell you, who the best though. Deadpool.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm ready to go, Snyder.
We out, fellas. You guys, take it easy. We should totally hang out sometime.
Okay.
She jumps slightly and giggles.
Those two are
Jason.
back together, huh?
Apparently so.
Denny and Grant.
Don't mind Ludo here. He's just a little sad. See Mr. Lovebirds coming here?
Hey, for the books.
Well, I tell you, I could feel the tension in the room when she walked in.
Asshole, right?
Seemed like it.
You know, he's one of those guys who thinks Superman is overrated.
Ah, let me guess. Loves Deadpool.
Yes! He totally looked like a guy by Nazis at one point, for God's sake.
I'd like to occupy my fist in his throat. He treats her like shit. And she just keeps crawling back to him. I
Just
just
the
don't
podcast recording. Denny and Grant are well into their recording. They have been vamping mostly with hypothetical humor.
What the hell did he have against droids?
I bet you he, like his wife cheated on him with one.
Like he walked in on her having sex with a protocol droid?
Yeah, he came home early one day and was like, what the fuck?
So sorry, son. Expect you here.
Night, folks.
Grant and Denny remove their headphones as Denny shuts off the recording. Exterior, Denny's house, day. Denny walks Grant out to the sidewalk. They haven't spoken a word since ending their recording.
You think I like it, man? You think I like feeling unwanted all the time? You think I like sitting here frustrated about something to me that seems so hard to accomplish when everybody else in the entire world achieves it so easily?
It's not as easy for the rest of us, but
Oh, I find that hard to believe. Night, folks.
Grant and Denny remove their headphones as Denny shuts off the recording. Exterior, Denny's house, day. Denny walks Grant out to the sidewalk. They haven't spoken a word since ending their recording.
You think I like it, man? You think I like feeling unwanted all the time? You think I like sitting here frustrated about something to me that seems so hard to accomplish when everybody else in the entire world achieves it so easily?
it's not as easy for the rest of us, but
Oh, I find that hard to believe. Being myself, and if that doesn't work, what's the point?
so am I getting a ride home, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop you off, then go meet Allison after work.
They both get into Denny's car.
Hey, do me a favor. Ask her what it's like to be a born-again lesbian.
Allison stands outside of a large chain video game store, raising her middle fingers to her manager, standing in the doorway. Allison is 19, thin, and pale with dark hair. She dresses herself
What the hell?
and struts over to a nearby car, takes the sword out of its sheath, and proceeds to drag the blade along the side of the car, damaging the paint. She then jabs it into one of the tires, popping it. The customer, a hipster, early 20s, steps out of the video game store. He's dressed in hipster attire, complete with a chilled fedora on his head. He looks clearly.
Hey!
That's right, you piece of shit. I know this is your car.
How?
I'd rather be riding my bicycle and Bitcoin.
Make a PMS joke though, and that sword's coming back out.
Considering the circumstances, I'm gonna go back on what I said a few months ago when you bought that thing off the internet.
I don't have to run day.
I see.
So, how was your day?
Not as eventful as yours.
Uh-oh.
Why uh-oh?
I know you guys. You only do a podcast these days if there's something bumming you out.
How do you know that?
Women's intuition. Why so glum, chum?
Bethany was at the comic book store today. Not really. She was with Snyder.
Oh, she's back with him?
She's back with him.
Oh, sacre bleu.
No, 6.
Yeah, well, I was including me.
Oh. Well, then yeah. It's not that simple.
No.
I really tried with Bethany. I was patient. I really toughed it out.
Yeah, you toughed out being used and taken advantage of.
What I'm trying to say is that I'm just so confused as to what I'm doing wrong. How is it that I have this 100% fill rate? How am I supposed to feel about failing even when my best effort doesn't pay off?
And you feel like crap.
Not me. She still has my copy of The Dark Knight Returns.
Why do you even want to be in a relationship so badly anyway? It's not all that it's cracked up to be, you know.
It's just something I want to do. Some people have dreams, you know? Some people want to go to space. Others want to sing David Bowie songs on stage. I want to be with somebody. What can Smith think?
Oh, then we are going to my house right now. You are going to want to see this.
Interior, Allison's house. Dinner. Allison and Denny sit in her living room looking at her laptop on the coffee table. They watch a YouTube video of filmmaker Kevin Smith addressing the internet audience.
Hey kids, Fat Kev Smith here. Now as you know, we here at the Smodco Podcast Network have so many podcasts to choose from. You got your Fat Man on Batman, your Edumacation, your Hollywood Babylon, but we're looking for one more to add to the Smodco family. We're calling it Smod Search. That's right kids, as the Joker said in The Dark Knight, we're gonna hold open tryouts, but not with a broken cue stick, because that would be fucked up. No, we're gonna open it up to you, the listeners at home, who no doubt have podcasts that you'd like to share with us. Me and a panel of judges are going to pick our top 5 favorites, and then we're going to pass the buck on to...
The video ends.
Tell your ass I'm going to go for it. What the hell am I going to do a show about?
Well, just your regular, normal show with you and Grant, right? Pod fiction.
Yeah, but should I just
Makes sense.
I already did that.
The War on Terror?
Too political.
The War on Ben Affleck as Batman.
Too personal.
And then just go with what you normally do. Just make some weird sex jokes and complain about being lonely. Yeah, that's right. I do listen.
That's it!
No, I was joking.
7. The girls, I could interview them. I could sit them all down and ask them why they didn't want to go out with me.
Jeez, who put that awful idea in your head?
Yes.
Yes. You can even start with me.
Nah, I think I'll save you for last.
Exterior, suburban neighborhood, day. Denny, driving in his car, slowly follows Grant as he jogs along the sidewalk. Grant is
Because I want to find out, you know, the Kevin Smith thing is a definite plus, but it's so much more for me. Wouldn't you want to know what you did wrong with any woman you ever had a bad run-in with?
Right about the negative effects of social media.
It was an opinion piece, which in itself is up for interpretation. But this isn't the point.
The following shots are taken with a handheld. The first thing you see is Nadine fixing the camera. Nadine, early 20s, but can crumble under pressure. She's so absorbed in her own world that she misses the real world around her. Nadine is kind of crying, but there's probably a numbness about her. She pauses, suddenly remembering that she didn't really have friends. She sniffles and continues.
Anyways, don't blame anyone on this. I'm just tired of being alone. I can't handle it anymore. I just want to go to a place where I'm no longer alone.
Camera. You see her close her eyes, back to the handheld. You see Nadine duck her head under the water. There's a silence.
What am I doing? What are you doing? Don't you ever knock?
I had to use the bathroom, Brady.
Cecilia pulls down her pants and starts to use the bathroom.
It's Nadine.
What?
I'm Nadine, Mom. You called me Brady.
Well, can we...
There are a group of girls that are in the hallway gossiping with each other. Nadine pulls out her phone. Exterior classroom continues. Shot on Nadine's phone, playing a darling and is known for his British accent. He has a secret, though. Only a few know it. As soon as Nadine finishes writing it down, she gets up quickly, her arms full of her school supplies. He stands on the staircase of the room. Nadine is heading right without looking. Nadine.
I'm Kent.
Kent holds out his right hand as to shake it. Nadine stares at it for a second. Her right hand is full. She knows full well that she can't shake his hand, so she awkwardly slaps his hand and does a fist bump with her left. Everyone in the car is starting to unbuckle their seatbelts. All of them get out.
It's been a while, okay?
Miles looks out in the backyard.
Cecilia, we're home.
Shit.
Cecilia comes into the
class
backyard.
starts in 10 minutes.
Oh,
Do you need the car tonight, or do I need to be dropped off?
I'm gonna be checking on your grandma too.
Kent points at the chair in front of him. Kirk Fan shrugs his shoulders. The following dialogue is
Sensei also kunarimasu.
Good evening, class. Sensei will be late.
Translate was, Spock is smarter than Kirk. I don't agree. Kirk.
Nani?
What?
Not you, him. Spock is galaxy smarter than Kirk.
No, he isn't.
Yes.
Kirk is street smart, or in this case, planet smart.
Spock can learn how to do anything if he has right books.
Books can't teach you how to be street smart.
Enough! Back to only speaking Japanese!
The room is silent for a second. Takashi turns back to the whiteboard in middle school. She's in class.
Hey, witch!
They throw a book at her face. She groans in pain. She clutches her nose to stop the bleeding. She runs out of the room to wash her face. And use them as lightsabers. Some are speaking Japanese. Some are speaking a strange mixture of Klingon and Japanese. And then there's this one guy in the corner of the room who lets out a Wookiee battle cry. The room is complete and utter chaos. The popular girls, including Mary and Sue, are sitting in the corner of the room discussing plans. Kent is sitting in his chair still wondering what the hell is happening. And Takashi is at this point has given up. He's hiding under the desk at Sensei's desk, waiting for all to be the classroom goes quiet. The students that were previously standing walks to the head of the room with her bag.
Arigato.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No problem. Quickly, Nadine bows and goes back to her seat. She smiles.
Nani desu ka?
What is it? At first, Nadine stifles her laughter. The class suddenly stares at him. Kent clears his throat.
Sumimasen.
Sorry. Exterior Japanese class, night. The class goes out.
You have to be confident in yourself if you want to be a teacher.
I heard you've been having problems in Japanese. I was wondering if you needed some help studying.
Thanks, Mary, but I kind of already had a tutor.
Really? Well,
Or individually.
Individually.
Mary shoots Kent a look, but sweetens her expression.
if we work in a group, our homework gets done faster.
Come on, that's not true. We'll end up talking for hours.
Well, Nadine, what do you think we should do?
Nadine is put on the hot spot. She doesn't like this.
How about both?
What?
If you really think that you work better in a group, I can't deny you that. And if Kent works better on one-on-one, I can't ignore his needs either. So I could work with Kent on his own and then in a group with both of you.
Can I join too?
Sure.
No!
Do you need, why wouldn't you be allowed to join? Do you need help in this class?
Yeah.
Then you're overqualified to join. Mary's getting tutored and she doesn't even need it.
Mary really doesn't like this comment.
Awesome. This sounds like it's going to be fun.
Nadine
No,
smiles.
I'm Nadine. I am, according to, as a challenge to myself, I'm going to avoid the internet for at
Have a seat, please. Shannon wrote Internet Challenge, and Nathan wrote Someone Should Tell Him. So we usually typically just open it up if you have any questions you want to ask. Shannon, you want to go first?
What was the question? So then, the entire week, and it was really slightly depressing, and I was like, it'd be funny to see somebody who just watches all these videos all the time and doesn't really interact with people, finally interact with people. just because out of the complete idea of having like no
want to
interaction.
tell this story and want to tell it in this fashion, and it's a lot of it comes from my own life, but most of it is, you know, like most movies, you have to add things for fictional reasons or dramatic reasons, and it's just something that I feel like if I get it out on paper and if I hear it out loud, maybe it'll help me, I don't know, not prioritize, but you know, just it was just a story I wanted to tell.
Good. All right, great. Let's open it up to some questions. Anyone have
Okay,
any?
it's been a while since I took the class, so yeah.
Yes.
My question's for both of you. For Danny and Nadine, how much of the characters' personalities did you base off your own stuff?
Oh, is it?
And it sounded like something that belonged in a podcast, and so I wrote it into the movie. But it's basically, that was me almost. But yeah, of course, you got to give yourself a little bit of room to like, okay, this would be me if it was in a movie form. I don't want to put very much me.
With technology and pop cultural references, like a lot. I'm wondering for that don't interact so much with the technology, how much of your day do you spend either consumed by pop culture and or
I already confessed to my 1 week of internet use. I'm pretty much already consumed by technology. Not as much pop culture, but just technology.
Great.
Yeah, I'm on the other end of the spectrum. It's all pop culture for me. It's just movies, comics, TV shows. That's all I do every day. And I'm really big into podcasts.
First time these actors have said these words in front of an audience, and it will never be replicated quite like this. It's a very unique, kind of hit me last night, actually, the uniqueness of it all, that this particular experience, no matter what happens with these cases from last night or today, it will never quite be this.
In the last, maybe once more. I thought it was really well done.
It's very much
funny.
And that's I'm
Watching
hoping.
Forms. You just had thoughts about the way it was done.
Yeah, I had a few. Not weird, because like when I wrote it, it was just Kent's line, "Who is she?" And I was like, that's just so cliche.
I was pretty happy with it.
All right.
I got a great director who all the choices he made sense. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I didn't find that the actors just translated it so well, and my director made such great choices, and he was totally fluent with me as far as like, do you think this is cool? What do you think about this? It was such a great connection as far as like I could not have asked for a better creative experience as far as it turned out as much as I wanted it to be, and I'm not going to like criticize as far as like it was a one-time deal. It could have went this, could have went that, but whatever. It happened, and I'm very proud of it.
That's great.
Yes.
I know the Mos Eisley Cantina conversation happened because I was there.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, just because I've never gotten around to asking, did the Green Lantern condom conversation ever happen?
No.
That's a big one.
No.
Because it sounds like exactly.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. Unless you heard me say it.
はじめまして、シャノンです。どうぞよろしく。演じるが大好き
How do you do? I like acting.
Yes.
I've got a few questions.
Okay.
Also for Nathan, though. Okay. So, do you have to change the script once you cast a French dude?
Yes. Yes. I remember, where is he? I remember asking him the first day of rehearsal, I'm like, are you cool with these French jokes? I feel bad because now I'm going to have to, unless some
magic happens and I get to actually have them in the script, that if I ever make it, I mean, I'm going to have to change those jokes. And I had, because weirdly enough, I think I had like a, no, I was like, you're cool there, right, Florian? Yeah.
Show a month this year. We're doing Museum by Tina Howe, which is a fun little show in November, and then of course we have our Christmas show in December. So please come back and support our kids.
Down in the class and figure out how to tell those stories. I teach this class in the spring. We start in February, and you're welcome to join us.
Monday nights.
Monday nights.
Yeah.